An update tonight surrounding a Valley nursing program under investigation. Aspen University appeared front of a state board for the second time this month.
The online school facing serious allegations regarding how students are taught, tested, and their failure rate on the national exam that determines if it's safe for the graduates to practice nursing. Fox 10's investigative reporter Justin Lum has the latest on the situation that's impacting now hundreds of students.
Arizona State Board of Nursing is investigating Aspen University. Aspen chose not to sign a proposed settlement, instead disputing the charges against the school. Today, Aspen was on the agenda of the State Board for Private Post-Secondary Education. The PPSE licenses and regulates 217 institutions operating vocational and degree programs. A crucial meeting for Aspen's future in Arizona.
What are all of the steps that you can take for us to consider?
Leaders of Aspen University take questions from another state entity, the State Board for Private Post-Secondary Education.
We've done everything that we can to provide an opportunity for the students that we currently have to continue with their program or to choose to transfer elsewhere.
As new details surface in the investigation of Aspen's nursing program, in which further admissions are suspended.
Aspen is committed to its students, and we have made decisions and will continue to make decisions that puts their interests first.
In 2021, Aspen University's Phoenix nursing program produced a first-time pass rate of 58% on the NCLEX-RN, the National Council licensure exam necessary to become a registered nurse, far below the legal minimum standard of 80%.
There was no structure.
Rebecca says she's experienced learning troubles firsthand at Aspen University. She entered the core nursing program in February 2021, struggled, and tried to push through.
There's an issue here because I'm not getting what I thought I would get out of this program, which is a lot of hands-on, more thorough support from instructors.
In the notice of charges issued to Aspen by the Board of Nursing, investigators learned the program went through 5 administrators in less than 4 years, below the standard of practice. Multiple students reported a lack of guidance as faculty claimed they were directed not to teach, no lectures or review, instead a self-taught program.
It got to a point where I was like, I can't continue here because in the long run, when I get out of school, I want to be confident with my head high, knowing I know what I'm doing.
Rebecca remained enrolled at Aspen until October 2021. She then transferred into another nursing program, but says she spent at least $22,000 on Aspen University. The nursing board's findings refer to changes in curriculum during the middle of a course, along with changes in testing practices without adequate planning as factors in low exam scores.
You know what their excuse was? You guys are going to be nurses. Learn to be flexible.
Last year, one faculty member emailed Aspen administration about course changes made by administrators after the course started. Quote, I share the same frustration that the students do. As a faculty, it is impossible to do my job and provide clear expectations to the students when the expectations literally change from session to session.
My biggest fear is that I wasted my education of going back to school at the wrong school. I feel like Aspen doesn't care about their students and they're not letting us know what's going on, especially now.
Madison Harbin is an Aspen University student, but in Texas. She's waiting to get into the nursing program, and since everything is virtual, she fears she's getting the same kind of education described in the Arizona board's findings.
If the core classes are anything like the classes I'm taking now, then no, I'm not going to be a great nurse, I feel like.
Aspen students tell me one of the biggest concerns is the lack of direct care clinicals. According to the nursing board, Aspen requires 855 hours of clinical contact at a clinical site, but the graduating September 2021 cohort was offered 270 hours, the rest in a virtual setting, a 63% decline in clinical hours for Aspen compared to 15% for other Arizona nursing programs affected by the pandemic over the same period of time. Rebecca says she's preparing to graduate from her new nursing program in August 2023. Now confident in her skills.
Someone's going to actually depend on you to help them at their bedside.
The amended stipulated agreement between Aspen and the Private Post-Secondary Education Board includes meeting monthly with updates, as well as reporting student information monthly as well. PPSC has now heard from several Aspen students wanting to transfer, and they need help advising them. They're hoping Aspen will work with them. In the studio, Justin Lum, Fox 10 News.